What we doing in here?
Pulling the carburetor off so we can put the nitrous plate system on, and throttle activation switch for the nitrous. We got to get the lines run and get the bottle mounted, and a little bit of other odds and ends. But right now we're pulling the carburetor off so we can get the plate on and get the plate mounted, and then we're gonna get the lines put in and the bottle mounted, and then get the purge system hooked up, make sure everything's gonna work like it's supposed to get ready to go to a big race this weekend in Cottonwood, Alabama. They're having a big gasser race. We don't qualify for the gasser race, but they're letting us have another race this weekend there as well, that this car qualifies for, because it's considered not necessarily a bracket car, but more or less a heads-up car, but they're having like a bracket race. So we're gonna run it and see how it does, just for first time out on nitrous.
Okay.
So getting the carburetor off, and then we're gonna go from there and get the nitrous plate on here. We got us a Speedmaster main body carburetor. It ain't none of that fancy stuff, just kind of a budget build carburetor, more or less.
You can build it a lot cheaper than you can buy one, that's for sure.
That is for sure. That plate's gonna go right there, just like that. I think that'll work.
I think that'll be alright. How you gonna mount your solenoids on there?
They gonna be mounted one in the, probably both of them in the back. I hadn't decided yet, but it's gonna be something like that right there. And then we got an activation switch that's gonna mount in here like this. And when you get full throttle, it's going to hit the switch and it's going to activate the nitrous.
Okay, so it's gonna have a pedal switch.
Yeah, so when it's full throttle, it's going to mount on this front bolt.
A micro switch.
Yeah, micro switch. So,
yeah.
So it comes in equal at every pass, basically. But we finally got the car in the new shop. Finally got it done, so the car could get in here. We just got to get the Blazer, the steering fixed on the Blazer, and get it in here, and get a rear end in the Camaro so we can get it up in here. Get them out of the elements a little bit.
Yeah, we got a little bit of work left to do on the shop. You know, we got to fill in some stuff, and we'll put a big 10-foot roll-up door to go there. And you know, so right now we ain't gonna have no concrete in here, but it's better than being out in the yard, that's for sure.
But y'all come on out this weekend to Cottonwood Dragway and watch us. We'll be there. Gates open at 8 o'clock. Track goes hot at 12. They say they're going to try to be done by about 5:30 to 6. Normally it lasts a little longer than that. But y'all come out. They're having a swap meet, a gasser race, and bracket class. And I'm not sure what. I think they're having another class. I'm not sure about it. But y'all come out and watch us and support Cottonwood Dragway. Well, we had to go get some new gaskets at O'Reilly's and some new studs, because the studs we had wasn't long enough. We didn't take in consideration when we put the studs in this intake for running nitrous. We had to go to Tractor Supply, because that's the only place open between O'Reilly's here in Geneva. We had to go get some gaskets. Props to O'Reilly's at Geneva. Lucas, best parts guy in Geneva, got us hooked up with some of these gaskets right here. So we're going to get this here situated and get the nitrous plate on here. Get this on here like this. And then this other one up here. like I was saying earlier, this carburetor, it's a Holley Holley base plate and bowls with Speedmaster 3-circuit metering plates and their main body. Had to play with a little bit with the jetting because don't run a power valve and all that. So totally different ball game when you go getting into 3-circuit stuff. Maybe it'll do all right with the nitrous. We're hoping. We're gonna find out this weekend on the 16th, Cottonwood Dragway. We picked up some bolts while we were out at Tractor Supply to mount the bottle down. So maybe everything will work out right. And get all that situated and in, and then we're gonna hook it all up and make sure it all works. All right, guys. Well, we got the nitrous system almost plumbed up. All we got left to do is hook the fuel up here. We got a 90 fitting to come out the regulator. Then we got to hook the wires up into the micro switch and inside to power. But right now we're going to check and make sure we ain't got no leaks. We're going to turn the system on and make sure the purge system works and all that good stuff. So right now we're going to make sure we ain't got no leaks.
Here's something. It's leaking.
I think we sound like we got a little leak somewhere. We're gonna see what it'll do now. Sound like the purge is trying to seep a little.
See if she sprays out. Oh yeah.
We got fuel.
We got some spray, don't we?
Well, she's got spray, so now that'll work there. So that's all good. We just gotta figure out now why it's got a little bit of a leak right here coming out of the purge, out of the end, but they ain't been used in a long time. I got them in on a trade, so we just gonna have to figure that one out. But other than that, almost ready to hook the fuel up and be good to go. Then we gonna got a little bit of other things to do. Gotta hook the fuel line back up. We turned the fitting around, the fuel log around, and gotta pull the valve covers off and check the rocker rollers a little bit. Alright guys, well, we got the fitting in right here in the right side of the regulator for the fuel. It comes over to the solenoid. It goes in the back of the nitrous plate. And got that in there. Got some Teflon tape on it so it don't leak. Got it wired up here. Got them hooked to the micro switch and all that good stuff there. Got that kind of tucked away a little bit in there. And we got a small set of jets in it for the nitrous, just a little baby shot for now. We got this hooked up here. We're gonna make sure everything clicks, both solenoids click and all that good stuff there. Sounds like they both click there. So that'll work there. And we're going to turn the system on and make sure we ain't got no fuel leaks or anything like that.
A little battery.
We don't want no fuel leaks. So let's turn the fuel on. Don't shine the camera at me. Got any leaks or anything?
I don't see any leaks. Ain't nothing leaking on this side.
I'm gonna fire it up. that's a good thing. So now all we got to do is get our line here for the purge and run it out up so you can see it from sitting in the driver's seat. And we got some new plug wires we're about to put on. Some heat shielded plug wires. Got heat shields almost all the way up them. And then we got to pull the valve covers off and check the valves a little bit, make sure they're all right, and we'll be about good to go. Well, we got some Excel 8.8 sleeved yellow plug wires we bought up at Moultrie, Georgia a couple months back. We got a pretty good deal on them. Got these plug wires right here, they numbered and all that good stuff. So about to start putting these on here, because these here headers, they got to run underneath them and they will burn these stock plug wires. Even though I got these little heat shields, they still burn them and they get hot and they swell and all that stuff. So we're going to get these here plug wires on there. So putting on these plug wires now.
Looks like they're a little tight.
Man.
But when you're running them like that, keep them from getting burnt.
Yeah, anything's better than getting burnt plug wires, because you can see right there where they already, these have been hot.
Oh, yeah.
So that's not, you don't want no hot plug wires.
No, that's about like the plug wires on the S10 with them new headers on it.
Yeah.
We'll have to replace them pretty soon. They're starting to try to burn.
Yeah. These heat shields here are pretty good, but they're only good for so much temperature, and that's about it. They're really, I mean, they're racing plug wires. They're 10.5s, but we went with a little bit smaller. These are 8.8s, but they got this heat shield, and they're actually a better plug wire.
Yeah, a better name brand too.
Yeah. At the time, we just put them other ones on here just to get it running and all that good stuff. So these here are going to be a permanent plug wires. These are going to stay on it until they're shot, and then we're going to get something even better.
That's it.
That's how you do that. You just use it till it's wore
Use it
out.
till it's time to upgrade. That's right.
And then once the plug wires are on here, we're going to have to do the tune, come up with a little tune, decent tune to send to the ignition box, because you got it's a computerized ignition box, programmable. So I got to do a tune for it for this nitrous. So we're gonna get that done here shortly, and get it sent to the box. The box knows what to do. 'Cause if not, we're gonna be in big trouble.
Oh yeah.
Got to pull timing and all that. You don't get that stuff right, you're in trouble too.
Yep.
We're gonna get these plug wires on here, and we're gonna go from there. Well, we got the plug wires on, and we're gonna fire it up.
Yeah, let's move some of the stuff back. Alright, go ahead. Dang, look who decided to show up when most of all the work's done. Old Gavin.
You got the switches?
Yep. That one's got. Because that one had a freaking dirt dauber nest on it.
That one right there worked.
That was the littlest one.
We got a switch to hook up the nitrous to arm the system. Well, we got this tune about figured out here what we gonna run. We got it means I don't have a trans brake in this car yet. I can't pull timing later, so I'm gonna pull it a little earlier because I'm just foot braking it right off the start, so you can't stall it as high as if you was running a trans brake. So we're gonna start pulling timing at like 3,200 roundabout, and total pull at about 4 to run it all the way out to max RPM, which is about 68, 72, depends on the track conditions. And this ignition box we have is it's an MSD 6AL programmable box with a 2-step in it. So it's got your burnout rev, it's got a max rev, and then it's got a rev launch, which once this car gets the trans brake put in it, the rev launch is where you'll adjust it here, and that'll be more into where it hits on the rev limiter before it launches. But we about got us a tune set up. Maybe it should be a good, safe A to B tune. We're gonna run a pass off of it and see what it does, and then pull up the tune and see what it done, and we're gonna go from there. We'll find out on Saturday.